A recent report published by KPMG found that 53% of people renting are looking to buy their first home within the next 2 years. And in today's video, we're going to uncover the 5 signs which will show you're ready to buy your first home and stop renting. Also, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button because it really helps the channel out. Thanks, and let's jump in. 1. The nomad life is over. For many prolific travelers, the last 12 months have really stifled plans to gallivant. The pandemic's leashed their long legs and could be likened to Virgin's jumbo jet fleet. It's kept them grounded. So, what to do with all this spare cash? Well, let's take a moment to acknowledge that being a tenant actually comes with some perks. And if you're looking to resume this life, then my advice to you is to continue life as a tenant. Owning your own home is a surefire way of tying you down. But for those who are ready to transpire this life and eject the rat race, ask yourself these 3 questions. 1. I'll be happy to stay in the one locale for the next 3 to 5 years. 2. I no longer have the urge to travel. And 3. You're ready to settle down in a neighborhood you love. If you answered yes to all 3 questions, then it might mean buying is the right choice for you. 2. Over it. Have you ever seen that film called Network? It was released in 1976 and a great film. I really recommend if you haven't watched it already. But in a particular scene, the main character takes over the television network and says, "First, you've got to get mad. Yell out the window, 'I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take this anymore.'" And really, this is a perfect analogy, both as a tenant, unless you're unhappy, then why change anything? So, what you want to do to find out if you're mad as hell is to write down a list of all the things you're over. Here are a few to get you started. You'll always been asked permission to do anything to your home. You hate that your rent is constantly increasing, that the landlord has access to your home at a moment's notice, and that you have no control over whether the lease is extended. There's a few to get you started, but write down all the things you're over, because if you're happy about renting, then buying your own home isn't the right thing to do. It's a big leap, and it's not for the faint of heart. So remember, first you've got to get mad in order for it to make sense to stop renting and to buy your first home. 3. Life-changing events. Buying a home for many is the wisest decision they'll ever make. If your mum and dad own their own home, just ask them about their story. When did they make the decision to stop renting? Did they regret buying? What would they have done differently? For mine, they couldn't have bought their own home at a worse time. Having a growing family, they decided to build anew. And this was in the middle of the 1990s recession. But as the saying goes, time heals all wounds. And 30 years on, they're still in the same house, which is worth a whole lot more than what it was back then. So, to find out if you're ready, answer these 3 questions. 1. Are you planning on starting a family? 2. Do you want to make your home your own? And 3. Are you wanting more stability in life? If you answered yes to all these questions, then it might mean that buying your home is the right decision for you. 4. Steady income. Steady or consistent income makes budgeting a whole lot easier because each week, fortnight or month, you'll know exactly how much money you'll receive. And much the same, the mortgage repayments too will be similar each month, week or fortnight. and thereby allowing you to know you'll be able to afford it both now and in the future. The last thing you want to do is buy a home you can ill afford. It's a surefire way to lose a bunch of money. So, before jumping into the deep end, it's worth looking at your current financial situation and asking yourself these 3 questions. 1. Has your income been consistent for the last 2 years? 2. If your income hasn't been consistent, were you able to amass a briefcase of savings to get you through whatever life had to throw in your way? And 3, do you have a budget? If you answered yes to all these questions, then maybe buying your own home is the right decision for you. 5. Financial management. Okay, so you're having trouble keeping up with your current financials. Then buying a home is definitely not the best option for you. Remember that there's never a rush to get in the market, and if you need to take a few more years to get yourself on solid ground, it's really not the end of the world. Property is a long-term game, and it's for those who hold on to properties for decades who are the ones that make all the money. So, to find out if you're ready to stop renting and buy a home, ask yourself these 3 questions. 1. Is your credit file clean, and does it have no late payments or defaults listed? 2. Do you look at property as a long-term investment rather than short-term? And 3. Do you pay your rent on time every time? If you answered yes to all these 3 questions, then maybe buying your own home is the right decision for you. And there you have it. That's all we have for today. Thanks for watching. And remember, here at Hunter Galloway, we get home loans approved. So if you live in Australia and looking for a mortgage broker, we can help. Simply visit us online at huntergalloway.com.au or call us on 1300 088 065. Thanks for watching. And remember, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll catch you next time.